focus. Boy, you crazy.
And we're back. And I'm Trevor.
I'm Jack.
And I'm also Jack.
Holy shit.
It's gonna be very confusing.
Yeah.
For the hour.
But I'm ready.
I'm cool with it. I'm used to it now.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I heard, what did Mohawk say when he was on? Ladies and gentlethems.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen.
He said, I like using that. It's all inclusive.
Yeah.
I'm all for it too.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, welcome. We have a guest on our now 20th podcast episode. So,
yay. Welcome, Jack Lancaster.
Yeah,
that's
this is
you.
Jack Lancaster. The star of Chicago Med.
Season 5, episode 8.
Yeah.
I love it.
Go watch him. He's our resident star.
I'm streaming, baby.
Yeah.
I'm
Nice.
streaming.
He's breaking out.
He's on all sorts of content.
He's going from this to go film an audition. So,
Yeah.
you know,
She's
he's in
very important to my middle school self.
right.
Oh, I love it. I'm looking forward to seeing that full episode. I haven't seen it yet. I'm not a big Chicago Med person to begin with. But
Oh, sure. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Neither was I. I mean, I wasn't really like, I was like...
I'm a huge
I
Chicago Med
haven't
fan,
watched
but
it.
I'm not a big U fan.
Right.
So that's how.
Well,
how
that's
big I'm watching.
that was my situation
Right.
too. Is I really just cared about the show.
Sure.
I was like, I'm bad. I'm not good at singing or acting. So.
Did you have a good experience filming?
I had a lot. It was a great experience. I gotta say.
Cool.
That's cool.
I was mostly really stoked to work with Oliver Platt, because I had just watched Chef.
Yeah.
Before.
Is that the John
the
Favreau?
feel-
Yeah, the
the
John
John Favreau
feel
food
good.
truck
There's like a little moment of conflict at the beginning, and then it just like gets better.
All from the top. Yeah.
And he's the critic in Chef, and I just wanted to go up to him and be like, "It's fucking molten!" Rumble the cake in front of his face, and you'd have a good laugh.
And then be like, "Where'd you get a cake?"
Kraft. Kraft was crazy.
Did they have cakes there?
Yeah, they had cakes.
Damn.
They had breakfast burritos.
I gotta get in on
It was
Chicago
insane.
Med, man.
It was insane.
Oh, you gotta love the spread.
Yeah.
I remember I was an extra one time for Empire, and I had pretzels and peanut butter.
Nice.
For a 17-hour shoot.
Nice.
So they treat you very differently.
They really care. It's amazing. Yeah.
Med does care. I guess they always have a good catering spread
it's
from what I
amazing.
heard.
Sure.
Yeah, it was a great experience.
Oh yeah. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Well, Jack works with us at Second City.
Yes, I
He's
do.
also a host.
Yeah.
We thought it'd be fun to have him on, and so he's here to gab with us. You know?
Getting the word, talking about the word.
Yeah. Bird is the word, you know.
That's the word today.
It's not the
That
word
is,
though. I
yeah.
haven't rolled it. So
You'd have never guessed.
you'll see here. I'll click down once, all right, and not yet. I'm moving the cursor over.
But Jack mentioned earlier that we are basically 3 out of the 4 Wiggles members right now.
Yeah, if we're all
We look
working
like the
in
Wiggles.
if we're all working in the same room together.
That's true.
We're the Wiggles. Plus, our friend, the music director,
Nick Gage. He would be the
That's-
fourth. He would be
that's
the fourth
incredible.
Wiggle.
completes this.
Absolutely.
He'd be
Which
totally
is why
down
we're
for that.
never allowed to
work
be
in the same-
band
Or
at the
John
same
Love
time.
too. If there was John Love in the room, we
That's
would
true.
definitely be a Wiggles band.
That's true.
We
We
would
just
have to
got the
speak in-
Black History Month show.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I did see that.
So congratulations, John Love,
Yeah.
if you watch this.
If you're watching it all.
Yeah, this next month.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It should be
so,
cool.
That's why I have the gig I have. But
we
that's
should
another
talk
thing.
about. We should just, if all 4 of us are in the same room together, we have to just speak in upbeat British accents. Like, I don't even think the Wiggles were fully British, were they?
Australian.
They were Australian.
Oh,
Okay, Australian.
shoot.
I can't do an Australian accent.
I get in my head about an Australian accent.
I don't know
Can you
why
do it
I
pretty
still
well?
know that. It's been said. No,
Oh, it's
I
alright.
can't do it.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's alright. That is.
I'm going to Outback Steakhouse here. It's
You
so,
put it on the
that's so
bottom here.
stereotypical.
I watched
I
What We
can't
Do in the
it.
Shadows last night, so I should be really good. That's New Zealand, but I should be really good at it.
What a fun,
But I was sitting
what a
there.
Fun movie
They'd
that
say
is,
something,
though.
and they go like, "Can we come in?" And I'd be like, "Can we come in?" Like just repeating
Just
after
trying
them
to-
and just trying to imitate the.
Whenever they say so, it's like sore. So here's what we're gonna talk about.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not even
because
sorry,
It's
it's
the
like sore.
linking R. So have you done dialect?
Talk about
You went to acting
Yeah,
school, right?
yeah,
You
I
done
went to
dialect.
acting school.
And so like in British and like non-rhotic dialects, there's something called a linking R, where if a word ends with a vowel and the next word starts with a vowel, they put an R there to link the two of them.
Wow.
So that's like
Like
I'm trying to think of a.
I saw him.
Yeah, I saw him.
Did you ever have key words that you studied that kick you right into the dialect again? Like if I wanted to be like,
Keywords.
like let's say I wanted to do Cockney British accent, you're like K-chop. You're like, oh shit, I could get right there, K-chop.
Yeah, we
K-chop.
did. We had like we would have a list for every dialect that we worked on. We had a list of words. I'm like struggling to remember them.
But that'd be kind of cool to get the list back and to just be like, you'd say potato
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
funny way,
like
and you're like, no, I'm Russian. You're like, oh wow,
Man,
that's pretty.
When
cool.
I was in Ireland, like I used to. My parents enrolled me in sailing camp in Ireland when I was like 10.
Yeah.
That's
all
so
the
cool.
kids
That's
there were
normal.
asking me to say shit like say banana. Banana. They're like, banana.
So they're trying to copy the English accent.
Yeah,
They're
it's-
like, this accent's so stupid. So they probably think our accent's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
The Irish
That was
kids.
a tangent. Anyway.
No, it's all good, man. We studied dialect pretty differently.
Yeah.
We did like you'd have like a packet of the specific vowel sounds that shifted and specific consonants that shifted.
Yeah.
And so it was more based off of the rules, quote unquote, of what the dialect shift is. A lot of it has to do with like where you place it in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So like British is very forward, like
Yeah.
in the mouth. Cockney is like in the back of the throat.
Or on.
Scottish is
Or
like
on.
in the
Yeah,
throat.
that's fair. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of going back. Scottish
Irish is
in the back
almost
of
like
the
in front of your Irish is very light, very airy. Yeah.
Very. I can't do an Irish immediately.
It's-
Very.
You're a hell of a fighter. You're crazy good.
Oh, you're a hell of a fighter.
You see,
that's
I always used to
Yeah.
imagine
That's a very
Lucky
stereotypical
Charms,
Irish.
Yeah.
Oh, they're after me, Lucky Charms.
No.
That's the accent.
Yeah,
That's
it has-
exactly the
really.
answer.
Even from the sailing camp, those kids sounded very
Oh
similar.
no! They don't talk
No,
like that.
Irish accents are so diverse.
Yeah,
like they're
very, very different.
insanely diverse.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're like a mixture of Scottish and Irish too, right? So it's just really dirty, and you're like, "What is?"
Yeah.
this?
Dirty. I don't know if you should use that word.
But I don't know.
You're
It's
gonna
just,
have some angry Scottish Irish people coming after you.
Okay, there's some dirty English too. I think there's a way to speak like a.
The South.
No, sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes I really can't understand what anyone's saying, like, especially if someone's drunk. Like there have been times when I've been in the bathroom at a pub, and this drunk guy has just like said something to me. I don't know what he's saying, and he just keeps on going and
He's
going.
like, "Oi,
I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'm like, right now.
Right.
No, we're not gonna. And leaves. I was like, okay. I think I got out of that.
That was just a Muppet. You were talking to a Muppet
Yeah,
in the
kind
back.
of.
Yeah, that'd be horrifying though. If you're like slightly inebriated and someone's yelling at you in a dialect that's
Yeah,
like,
man.
I don't know
this
what's
kind of
going
happens
on.
to me a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure that
Seems
did.
like it seems like.
It's like everybody talks like the parents from Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 and you're like, uh-huh.
I'm like trying to find the right words that'll get me out of the bathroom.
Well, you made it. You're here.
I'm
You
here.
survived.
I made it out of the bathroom. That was my grand entrance.
And we've arrived. And I say we get a word.
I'm all for it.
Let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it.
Let's get the word.
Here you go. Here's the click, everybody.
Oh, so anticlimactic.
West.
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 I think this is the shortest word.
We all
we've
just
had.
repeat the word West.
West. That's the next
Ah,
45
yes.
minutes at West.
I know West.
The first thing I think of is Wild Wild West.
yeah,
the- Both the song and the
Will Smith
classic movie.
Ooh. I haven't seen that movie in entirety because I've
Wild
just
Wild
heard
West?
only bad things about it. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
Yeah.
Do you know the song though?
I don't think I've ever heard this song.
Oh man, it's a Will Smith song, right? He does the song. It's the
I
theme
bet.
for the movie. It's like
Okay.
Wild Wild West.
Wow. Is it really?
Yeah,
I've probably heard it before.
Yeah.
I have to.
which kind of sounds like a didgeridoo.
Man, he loved making songs about locations. Wild Wild West, Miami. He made a whole song about
In
Miami.
West Philadelphia, boy,
There you go.
this-
Oh, wait.
Everyone in the West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone in the West loves talking about the West, I think. I was in an Uber one time, and there was a girl that went to school in Utah, and she mentioned how much she loved Utah. And
You're talking about the West as in the west of the United States?
The west of the United States, yeah. And she would say, she was like, when I went to school there was just like hot springs around like every corner. And like
In Utah?
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, yeah, we just go on a trail and then like there'd be another hot spring. Like, that's so random. And then right after that, yeah, right after all that, I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
she's
right.
like, also the Mormons are very attractive there. Like, there's like very attractive Mormons. And I'm like, why are we even
Dude,
talking
the
about
pink
this?
Mormon is in
they're
Utah.
attractive.
This was a
Mormons
shared
everywhere.
lift at 2 a.m. Yeah.
I don't know if I... Well, that's not true. I was going to say I don't know if I've met an
attractive.
unattractive Mormon.
No, I certainly haven't.
Yeah. But also, why? Like, what's Montana hiding from us if Utah has all these secret wonders of the world? What are states
I
like Montana
finally met
hiding?
somebody from Idaho.
See? These
Oh, I've
places out
known
west.
someone from Idaho for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like
I
you
never-
don't leave when you live in those areas.
I feel like you don't leave.
You know what I mean? There's
Yeah,
not a lot
I
of
get
people from
what
like
you're saying.
Montana that are like, I want to go to L.A. I want to
Right.
go to Chicago. Like, that doesn't happen.
They stay home on the potato farm.
Yeah. It's so true.
Does your family live on a potato farm?
Oh, they don't live on a potato farm.
Oh,
no.
It was too real for him.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I had to
of
leave.
course.
I had to leave.
Yeah. But you're from Florida.
Yeah, I had to get
Florida.
out of there. But people
Florida.
do leave Florida, and they return.
Oh yeah,
to
people.
Florida.
I know people from Florida.
Yeah, they venture outward. They're like, this is too much for me. There's too many weird news stories.
I think like the Florida Keys and like Key West is pretty dope.
Mhm.
My family took a trip down there
It's
last year.
a
and
lot
it's
of fun.
So cool.
Have you been like spearfishing before?
No, but that sounds so fun.
It is. It is wildly fun. I used to spearfish lionfish out there, and then we would like.
Jesus.
Yeah, they were super.
sounds-
What the
Terrifying.
fuck? Are you
No,
serious?
Fishing
I'm dead
lionfish?
serious. Yeah,
Lionfish?
they're super invasive species.
Those are the ones that kill you if you touch them.
If you touch them, you actually get like, you can get some sort of, it's not like poison, it's kind of like venomous in a way,
It's
but it's not.
neurotoxin.
Yeah, but it doesn't immediately kill you. There's ways to figure it out.
It
But
doesn't
you-
immediately kill
You
you.
just
I
wear
don't wanna-
gloves.
It's like a fucking rattlesnake too.
They're
but,
truly harmless.
Oh man.
If you're able to find a way to cut them up the top, you can just rip it off and then simply just throw it back into the water. And then there's
So
nothing
what?
harmful about the fish.
You eat them?
Yeah.
They're good.
They're very good.
Of course,
they're
they're
Interesting.
super,
Of
Of
super
course, that's
good.
why they kill you.
And
they
guys,
they're really good.
They're so dangerous. They're delicious.
Damn.
So you're supposed to kill them because they're very invasive and they destroy a lot of other species of fish. So like when you're out there, they're like, go hunting for these, and then like sometimes there's people that'll fillet them for you.
Damn.
Like right when you get off the boat. It's really big in the Honduras area, but in the Key West,
Sure.
it's very, very popular too, and
Huh.
also getting lobsters there, which are so good.
Yeah.
You have to be in the right season though.
Sure. When I was there, we did a thing, or at least my dad and I did for sure. My brother did for a while. We did that. We couldn't order the same dish at any restaurant we ordered, or like we went. So like if I went
Okay.
and got
Yeah, my family does.
like
So you're
black,
tasting each other's food,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
like I couldn't if I got I don't know, like crab cakes at a restaurant. I couldn't get crab cakes at another restaurant.
Oh,
And so,
okay.
like, I had to try a bunch of different seafood, like all of the fish and all of the, you know. Oh, it was so good.
You have some
So
weird stuff
fresh,
out there.
yeah.
But it's all available to you from that day. Like a
Mhm.
lot of it's caught that day.
And we were there during March Madness too,
Ooh.
and so we watched some March Madness games, like in the sun.
college
and-
basketball.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was cool.
What's the most exotic area besides Ireland that you've been to? Like that,
Exotic area.
I guess as far as like Key West goes, that's fairly
I've been to
exotic.
Ecuador.
What's that?
I've been to Ecuador.
That's cool.
Ooh, it is fun
Mhm.
for
It's for school.
vacation. Oh, okay. Nice.
I went for 2 weeks in high school.
That's interesting.
Mhm.
I didn't even know they offered stuff like that for high schools.
Yeah, I was pretty bilingual for a while.
All
I
right.
could like after
Yeah,
I had come back
that's
from
so
there, I
cool.
could speak Spanish pretty fluently, and now I really can't.
But was like Ecuadorian Spanish different from like just traditional Spanish that you would learn in like grade school? Like there's got to be some different words, right?
The Spanish that I was learning, like every Spanish teacher teaches like their own whatever they learned. So like if you're learning, like you're going to school to be a Spanish teacher and you go study abroad in Spain, you're going to learn Spain Spanish and come back
Right.
and have that influence.
That's where
If
they
you go
say
and study
both
abroad in
sections.
like in Chile, like you're going to go and get that influence on it, you know.
Right.
Ecuador was pretty similar to like Mexican and like
Okay. That's pretty
Latin
cool.
American Spanish.
That's pretty
So,
cool.
and that's what I was learning in school.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had like they split us into groups when we were there, and you had classes like on the weekdays, and I was in like the top class, and we had homework. Like no other class had homework. They were like watching movies and playing games during class, and we were in there, and she's writing shit on the chalkboard.
Okay.
And, like I learned a lot.
This teacher
you know?
cared.
Yeah.
Like, you clearly showed.
Mm-hmm.
If you're able to like hold your own in Ecuador,
Yeah.
it's pretty nice.
We went to an Ecuadorian high school and played soccer with them, and then they played.
Probably got your ass.
Got
whooped.
destroyed in
Dude,
soccer.
that wreck.
I don't know if we scored like 7-0, something like that.
Damn.
To be fair, we didn't have a lot of athletes on the trip. I was probably the most athletic person there,
But even if it was
What-
their C team,
which was a little better in high school. But
What position did you play?
I was like, I don't even know
Were you
soccer
like
position.
the
I was
the mid,
yeah,
right in the middle.
I was like the
You just go in for the
midfielder. I was
ankles.
just running back and forth. I was
Trying
like
to bite.
just
ankles.
slide tackling the whole time.
Yeah.
throwing
Slide
them to the ground.
Pressing X the entire time.
But no, so we played that, and then we played basketball. They had a basketball
Oh, that's
court,
fun.
and I destroyed them in basketball.
You must have won in basketball.
Oh, it was like 1-on-20. Because again, I didn't have like really any. So I just like get the rebound and dribble up the court and like feel like I'm Kobe or some shit. Like no pass.
But soccer is literally the most popular sport everywhere else except for the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
I know.
Isn't soccer like worldly, like the most popular thing?
Yeah, I'd say that, and then probably basketball's number 2 now.
Basketball is really, really popular in like Asia. And
I
China.
saw a video of like Greek basketball ultras.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a game in Greece.
That's
Dude,
cool.
They're just like they're throwing shit onto the court, and
Yeah.
they have these big ass flags and are like
So
lighting
passionate
flares
about
and just
it.
like singing. Yeah,
European
the fans are
basketball
way
is
crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy.
There's a lot of European leagues. Like there's
That's
a league in
neat.
Turkey, there's a league in Greece. You know, a lot of college
Spain.
basketball players go and have careers.
My brother-in-law
in-
played out in Spain for a year.
Really?
Yeah, he played for a Spanish team for a year, but I think the coach didn't like him or something. So he went to South Africa and
Sucks.
played incredibly there.
Nice.
Yeah, he was like the starter on their team.
Hell yeah.
Killed it for a while.
Was
Yeah.
he tall?
Yeah, he's like 6'6".
Okay.
Like 270 pounds. Just a
Damn.
big dude. Yeah.
Like lean?
He's
Or
definitely
big?
He's big. He's very big,
Okay.
muscular. Like
Linebacker?
he was more like defensive lineman. I'd say he can hold his own there. He's like
Jeez.
270, 280.
That's true.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's like Zion.
Yes, he has a Zion build.
Oh, God.
Just a big athlete,
Do you
man.
follow basketball at all?
like no.
No.
I love the honesty.
but like I do watch the Lakers sometimes.
Okay.
You can't not.
Right.
Yeah, if you're
right.
scrolling through Twitter, it's like, oh, I
yeah,
see a
of course,
highlight.
of course.
Yeah.
I love watching it, but I don't know. And I do know Zion. I
Right.
know that like there's a big deal about Zion.
Yes,
somewhere.
I guess his first game is tonight because I guess he
Oh,
was
he's-
hurt for like 50 games.
really
this
from
season.
like the moment he
He tore his meniscus, I think, in summer league, and
they were just really, really, really slow in getting him back
Yeah.
and making sure he's healthy.
honestly, he probably shouldn't play. I would
I'd
because
rest
they
him the
were
whole season.
they were reteaching him how to run because
no.
apparently how he runs
Jesus.
is like because he's so heavy.
It's harmful
It's
to
really
his-
hard on
yeah,
his
yeah.
body. So they were trying to teach him a way to run that was easier on his body. So it's like if you're
That would
doing
make
that,
him lighter.
Yeah, okay, 10 years ago, that shit was never happening.
No.
Nobody cared that much about how your knees were holding up. Like, there's
No.
scientists that are all for that now. It's crazy.
Yeah, there are experts who don't think he'll last more than 10 years in the league just because.
They see the way he's built, and it's
Yeah.
like, I hate that there
Like
are
a Greg
analysts like
Oden.
that, though.
damn.
How'd they feel
Yeah,
about
but fuck
LeBron?
him.
Yeah, let Zion, prove him wrong, seriously.
Let's Zion
I love
decide.
Zion. I hope he's so.
He's
Yeah,
such a
man.
positive person.
Uh,
He's very optimistic. He doesn't seem like a very egotistical, like little asshole. Because you could be with all that media attention, but he's just one of the
No, he's a
nicest
good
guys.
guy.
Yeah.
No, college basketball is my favorite sport.
So
And
watching
he
watching
was
him
watching
and RJ
him at
and Cam,
Duke was so fun.
that
It
had
was
to,
so
they were
much fun.
a college dynasty. They
Yeah.
may not translate, to be amazing players in the league, but if
Mm-hmm.
they're good, You know, that's like, you're like a Jalen Rose from Michigan, you know, iconic in college, but you have an okay career.
Duke's normally one of those teams. We're not going to talk about basketball anymore.
I promise.
Because Jack can't talk about basketball.
We could. This is for
we'll talk about it
In
another
a second,
time.
I'm going to take a moment and talk about Liverpool Football Club.
Okay,
you're a big soccer guy.
Liverpool is underrated.
No. I was in Ecuador during the World Cup.
Oh, for
and
real?
It was crazy.
God,
and they won a game. We went like out to a bar.
Ecuador won a game?
Yeah, and Ecuador won a game. And people were like...
Ecuador have a tight team.
You know, we weren't drinking. I was like, 16 at the time? 17 at the time? So I wasn't drinking. But,
I think you could have drank there, right?
Oh, probably. No, probably
Legal
not.
age isn't 16? I thought it was like 16,
It was probably
17.
18 at least.
18. Okay.
And probably, honestly, it was 21.
Ooh.
But,
I didn't know that. I thought it was always 18 out there.
But I got soaked in beer because people were just like throwing beer in the way. Yeah.
So you're just trying to get a second hand.
Yeah.
Like,
I came home and I had put it in a plastic bag and I was like, by the way, that's not because of me. I was like, Mom, Dad, it still smells like beer. I know. It wasn't me.
People were just drinking it around me, Mom.
Yeah. I wasn't drinking.
I wasn't. I was just around it.
Yeah. So that's the kind of kid I was in high school.
Yeah. Are you a Liverpool person? You like Liverpool as a team?
Oh man, I'm Liverpool.
They're my FIFA team for sure. At least from like 2017, because everyone had no idea who they were yet. But they had a lot of. I haven't played FIFA 20 yet. No. But like the FIFA 2017 version, I always played Liverpool. I think it was like the first year they were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like they had Mane.
Yeah, very underrated good. Like not a lot of people knew about them, so when I would kick their ass for them, they're like, "What team is this? Who are you playing as? This makes no sense."
And this year they've lost one game this season.
How many games in so far? Like 15, 10?
They're
You're just listing numbers.
Yeah,
they're 20 games in.
You only lost. You're 19 and 1.
Yeah, 20. And then one draw. It wasn't even in the Premier League. This is in they lost the game they lost was in the Champions League.
That's nuts. Imagine a team being that good.
That's
like
wild.
we don't lose.
Well, that's like something you don't see it very often. You see like what the 15-16 Warriors then went like 73 and
you lose 9 times in 82 games.
The Patriots that lost in the Super Bowl
to the New York Giants
that were like
the
undefeated.
Invincibles.
I guess like the Dolphins from the 80s or 90s.
They didn't win though, I think either. They had an undefeated.
Did they not? I think they completed the undefeated.
With Marino?
Yeah, I thought so.
I didn't think he won a championship. But I don't know. But I feel like that was another season. Like, I don't think there has been a completely perfect season yet, and the Patriots were the team to do it.
I mean, I have a laptop.
That's true. We do have information.
We always forget.
We always have information.
We always are sitting here, like, trying to guess whether something's real or not. And then we're like...
Yeah, I was trying to remember a story, like, from 10 or 15 years ago, and I was like, it always goes back to being, like, I didn't have the information that I have now at my fingertips. I had, like, a Droid Razor back in the day.
No, they won.
They did win.
Yeah, the 72 Dolphins.
Okay, I don't think that was Marino at that time, but it must have been another quarterback.
Yeah, it's not Marino.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just two different parts of Dolphins that we put together into one.
Yeah,
and anybody
that's our
like
knowledge
my
of
dad's
sports.
gonna be listening to this and be like, "Oh, these
what
idiots!"
The hell
Yeah,
is this?
it's because we're just '90s
Dad,
kids
don't
trying to
listen
recall
to this.
information from 20 years prior. You can't do that.
All of the old football information I know from doing Sporkle quizzes. Do you know what that is?
I think so. Why do I know that? Why like really affects me?
It struck a
Hearing
nerve.
that, it really struck.
Just
me.
the
It's
word
like one of those
Sporkle's
sites
weird.
that we were able to go on at school.
Right.
Because it was just like trivia quizzes.
Mm.
And you could just go and...
The only exciting thing about
some
computer
Sporkle
class.
Yeah.
Were you the first person to have like an iPhone before they were cool?
No, I was like
what a random question.
It's so random. I was just curious.
You just got that vibe from him?
I don't know.
That was like the first person in my school to get an iPhone.
Like you could have been. You went sailing in Ireland. Who knows?
I could see you.
Yeah, that's
That's
I
true.
mean, no, I had an iPhone like really late.
Okay.
Really late. I had like cycled through. I had a Juke, the one that like flips out like a switchblade.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I think I walked into the ocean with that.
Nice.
I didn't jump. I just
Sick.
walked.
Slowly let it.
Which is still relates to west, because that was way out west in the Pacific.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Bringing it
And,
back
Good
to the
word.
word.
Yeah, way out west in the Pacific. I just walked in the ocean, and my dad gave me his old cell phone. Yeah, I went through the photos and found some shit that I didn't want to see.
Oh,
I gave him his phone back after that.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
yeah,
That's hilarious.
it's cool.
Is it traumatizing? I'm sorry if it was.
No, not at all. No.
Somebody opened photos on my phone the other day and was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry if there's something." And I was like, "I'm gonna be real with you. There's nothing bad on there." I was like, "My photos are very tame."
But there's stuff that's taken out of context. Like I have a picture of tacos and then a picture of like a dog right next to it, and it's like, why do you have these two
In what
together?
world do you think that's a bad combination?
why
It's
do I
just
have
random.
to-
It's a personal affiliation with these pictures. So people are like,
Is
why,
that
why are
sexual?
these? Oh, not in any way.
No,
there's
okay.
no dick pics. There's no doggy dick pics on there. Like that'd be weird.
Jesus Christ.
knows?
A lot of mine are like weird selfies, maybe, or then like a weird,
Just taken out of context, it just looks.
or then
weird.
just
That's-
like Adam Sandler screenshots from Uncut Gems.
This is
He
where
was
I
so
win.
good in
Yeah.
that.
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah,
Oh,
that movie was so cool.
What an anxiety
so
attack.
good. I was
Yeah.
sweating. I was dripping sweat.
Trevor
At the end of
saw
that
it out
movie, I was
west.
like,
Yeah.
"Who smells so bad?"
And it was
And I
weird.
looked down. I was like, "I smell so bad."
Oh, it gave me anxiety.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
man, that was really cool. That really moved me.
Yeah.
That really, really moved me. I don't say that a lot.
Yeah.
I've
It
never said that before.
absolutely
Yeah.
better than Joker.
I agree. The Safdie brothers have this way of like creating layers of sound that just make it they make every scene so high
like,
stress.
everyone's talking all at once.
Mhm.
Everyone. I just want to be like everyone. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're like
But,
you're
that's
trying
also
to
part of
listen
what
to
I love about
everyone,
it.
but you can't.
Yeah.
Get the whole
They're
story.
really, really cool.
Such a creative
they're
choice.
Have you seen Good
definitely
Time?
Yeah. That was like one of my favorite moves of that year.
It's so good.
It's in the same way, just very
So crazy.
fast paced almost.
It feels a little bit more linear and a little bit more focused to me.
Yeah.
I think that's probably part of the point of Uncut Gems, now thinking about it, but it's not as busy. It's still very hectic. But
Gotcha.
it's, it's this guy who robs a bank with his brother, and then his brother gets caught, and so he's trying to
It's like
get
bring
bail
his
money
brother
for
out of
him.
jail.
Wow. All right. I really want to see that because I kind of want to see Robert Pattinson's
Yeah,
performance
our
too.
Pats. Yeah, he kills it.
For Pat Man,
Pattinson's-
I'm looking forward to that.
Dude,
He's a good
I
actor.
really, really would love to work with him.
Absolutely, dude.
I would love.
Absolutely.
That would be so cool. He was so good. Like The Lighthouse, I think, I mean, you can't, like, if we're on the conversation of, like, Oscars, like, you can't nominate everyone, but, like, and, like,
I wasn't
Also,
blown away by the
yeah,
Best Actor
that-
nominees.
yeah, I wasn't really blown. I mean, it is what it is.
I did watch The
But,
Irishman,
like,
though,
yeah,
finally.
Irishman was cool.
And Pacino killed it.
Yeah,
De Niro's
yeah.
whatever. I mean, he's good. I'm sorry, Robert De Niro. I didn't mean
Yeah,
to say you're
no,
whatever.
but he's like good.
He
They're
was
all
good.
It was
Right.
great.
Joe
seeing them
Pesci was
just-
probably the best I've seen Joe Pesci.
But it's like, how do you-
Pacino was so funny
Pacino
and
was pretty
so
crazy.
good.
He was really, really funny.
I should
There's
check
this
it out,
scene
then.
where somebody tries to shoot him in the courtroom, and the gun misfires, and he charges the guy and like beats him up, and he's like. He goes on this rant. Everybody's like surrounding him, and they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And he's like, "See, he had a gun, so I charged him.
Yeah.
If he has a knife, you run. Gun, you charge. Knife, run. Gun, charge. Knife, run."
That's great.
And doing, like,
in
classic
the
lines.
Pacino way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's
And he-
hilarious.
There's another moment where I can't remember exactly, but it's something like he just is like, "Motherfucker!"
yeah.
Screaming.
Dumb motherfucker.
Oh, it's classic.
Oh,
Pacino.
now I'm
Freak out
excited to
moment.
see it.
It's
I will
good.
take the 4 hours out of my day to check this out.
It was better than I expected it to be.
It was
honestly.
long. I watched it after I got dropped. It was perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
you're like,
perfect.
I have now 3.5
It was
hours
like
to
I was
kill.
like, it's 5 p.m. and I've got nothing to do.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna watch The Irishman.
Yeah, I watched it after the football game on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
So I had class at IO until 6. watch like the second half of ordered a pizza, watched the second half of the football
But then
game.
you saw 49ers demolish Green Bay.
Yeah, then I was like, I don't need to watch the rest of this.
We don't need to check this out. Yeah. But we were talking about this last week too. As far as like Oscars go, would you want a bigger category for actors and actresses for nominations? There's still one winner.
No.
But you don't think so? I feel like they would thrive with like 8 or 9 nominations, like a best film.
I mean, it's it's like I just think it's all just kind of like it's weird though because it should be like I think kind of a tight competition.
Yeah.
Right.
And also like Lupita Nyong'o wasn't even nominated for Us.
Right.
So
I'm shocked Us didn't get anything.
Yeah.
See, that's why it's like
because I think it was like so early,
Yeah, but Get Out
I
did
almost
it.
forgot that.
Get Out had hype from. I don't know
Out.
how Get Out's hype lasted that long.
It's wild to think like in a small category like that how certain we can already mention like 4 or 5 people that were snubbed from other people's nominations. You know, so. How could that be fixed, do you think? There's always going to be some controversy behind it if it's in a small category.
Yeah,
there's so many good performances. I truly think throughout the year there's like 15 really good performances, but you can only nominate 5. It's such a small and tight category. It's tough.
Yeah, I think it just is like you have to get super specific about like tier lists. Like when you look at those 15, are all 15 really this level,
like transcendent,
or are half of them
really
good, or 2 more of them fantastic, and the last 5 brilliant?
Yeah.
The big question is like the voting base for the Academy right now is not aligned with what I think a good movie in Hollywood is necessarily. Like all of the movies that got nominated are good movies, like all things. But in a perfect world, honestly, Parasite should probably win Best Picture this year. Yeah. And it's not going to.
Yeah.
I don't see a way.
What if they surprise us though?
I'd be like,
great.
That'd
be cool. I feel like the Academy is losing more and more touch with the reality of things every single year.
Well, they keep saying they're making it better, and then they vote,
it takes
5 guys into the. I mean, at least what's the guy that directed Parasite's name? It's like Bong Joon-ho or something like that. Mm-hmm. He's nominated for Best Director, I think, right?
He is.
Parasite's for Best Picture.
Parasite's nominated for kind of a lot.
Yeah. Oh, it's so
it's good that it's being recognized.
It's brilliant. It's honestly
cool.
Honestly,
check it out.
Not just in a similar way that when Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse came out and was like, it's not just good, and the same way that Get Out came out, and it was like Spider-Verse isn't just good for a comic book animated movie, it's good for a movie. And Get Out's it's not just good for a horror movie, it's good for a movie.
Yeah.
And
Spider-Verse, that shocked me when that came
There's so many good. I
love
the animation. Such a new take on a very saturated franchise.
All the different artists,
and
all the different styles. It was so cool.
Yeah, I agree. Because I felt like animated movies, they're coming out. There's so many coming out because. Now it's like, how do you make them different versus just really clean? How do you make it creatively different?
I'm throwing any Disney movie, like old Disney movie, out of the running. Okay, so like you can't have Hercules, you can't have Tarzan.
Right.
Because that's like a whole...
That's its own category.
You can do a whole list of Disney movies.
Yeah.
What are your favorite, like 3 to 5 favorite animated movies, like outside of that world?
So you can still pick... Like
current Shrek is still fair. How to Train Your Dragon's fair.
Cool. Okay.
The Emoji Movie would be fair.
That's good.
Yeah.
I really like Lego Batman.
Yeah,
Lego Batman
is
awesome.
It's
My
so
brother
fun.
really liked it. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's so
Will
fun.
Arnett. I love Will Arnett as Batman.
Yeah,
it's great.
The humor in it's so good.
Yeah. The Alfred the Butler with 2 T's and then he giggles. Like, it's so childish, but it's great. I love it.
There's a scene where he's heating up something in the microwave, and it's this scene, and he puts in the numbers, and he's trying to put in 2 minutes, and he puts 20 minutes on it, and he goes, "Oh, I meant to put 2 minutes. And then he clears it out and puts 2 minutes in. And then it's him just watching it and the light of the microwave going around his face for like 20 seconds.
Yeah,
like,
it's just such a long take.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's really funny. And if you haven't seen the Lego movie, I was going to say that or the Lego movie's up there.
Lego movie.
Yeah, I like Spider-Verse a lot too. Spider-Verse was a very fun movie. It was different. And then my third one is Big Hero 6. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a Disney movie.
Yeah,
but,
I thought
we'll
current
count
Disney
it.
was in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll count it. We'll accept it.
I love it. It was like a very
Big Hero
interesting.
6. My best friend's dad wrote Big Hero 6.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Shout out to Jordan Roberts.
Damn.
It's a great movie.
Yeah,
it's so
an
fun.
amazing movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's a different Disney. I got it for you. It's
Sorry.
a different take.
Man.
You're good.
Yeah, my buddy, he wrote and he also wrote March of the Penguins.
Oh, really? Wow. Is he still writing?
Yeah.
Tell him to get you on a project.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He approached me once. He approached me once like when I just met his son Cameron.
Nice.
And he was like it was at like the DePaul showcase. I was like just checking it out before I actually went there to see if it was really where I wanted to be. And he was like, what are you doing like this summer? I might want to have you and my son play Swedish Anarchists up in Fernand's movie. Come up into Vancouver. I was like, yeah.
That's so cool.
That's so cool.
Then, I think it fell through.
But to have the connection, he's like, I'm writing Big Hero 7 and I want you to be a voice on it.
It's like, I want you to be the dad.
be the dad of the villain
kid.
character. Yeah.
The villain.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's not nuts.
But it's crazy how close, like even just in the people that I've met in the city, how many crazy connections you make, and how many like big people you're close to.
The comedy study. There was a comedy studies kid I met and became friends with. His dad he was the show creator of My Name is Earl and a couple of other shows that were pretty popular. And I think they're writing something for Netflix together right now.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's awesome. Like, it's pretty cool to have the connection base like that. So
Right.
And yeah, he was just a pretty nice kid, humble.
Right.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel like I should be auditioning more, but at the same time, I'm trying to go after this music directing stuff right now. So I'm like, do I wait to see if that pans out? And
right. But then, I don't know. Auditioning is
really
kind of tough here.
Though.
Yeah, I have a gig right now. So.
Dude, the staff show was so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was so much fun.
As soon as I heard, that's what the good Lord wants.
Yeah.
I felt like shock through my system. Like, oh man.
Dude, it was so fun watching people.
This song really, really hit. For those that don't know, this is the song that plays like right at the most stressful point of our jobs, and it's just a bunch of kids screaming at you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 7:45 every night. That song comes on.
7:45 every night. I'm like, all right, fuck, it's crunch time. Like let's go.
It's a banger though.
It's really,
and
really,
you see like it's funny because every host on the way
spiel.
back, they're like, It's called Stand on His Word. It's by the Joubert Singers. It's
called Stand
on His Word.
It's a great song.
And it's this song that it's like very gospel. Like the words are very gospel if you listen to it, but it's so good.
As soon as I heard that, I was like,
yes. It's definitely a feeling of main stage, it just felt that way for a while.
Yeah, that was our opener pretty much from the beginning.
Oh, it had to be. Yeah. But
which is why it was really dumb for me to create a 1.5-minute opener after I knew we already had an opener, and still be like, "Hey, can we get a fire call?"
No one noticed.
It was just exciting. It created the spectacle behind it.
I loved it. It was so cool.
I was drunk by that time at like.
I was getting there, but no, I mean I was pretty sober by the time I got to the party.
Yeah.
So.
Dude, everybody in front of it was so cool just to watch everybody go nuts. The main stage cast was right in front of me.
Right.
Just
That's
arms up. Yeah.
Oh, it was wild.
That's cool.
It was so wild. Honestly, one of those things like. I don't know. Have you ever had a crazy moment on stage or like some sort of performance where like the crowd's just like nuts, or like I did something in college called Rockstar where I did like this performance as Adam Levine. And
from Maroon 5.
From Maroon 5.
Yes.
Yeah, not Adam Devine. I did Adam Levine and like lip synced and did like this live performance and like did the whole tattoo sleeve and dressed up
Did you do
like
this
him.
for kids' birthdays?
No, it was yeah. I show up as Adam. I'm an Adam Levine.
Adam Levine.
Sunday morning, rain is falling.
I did This Love.
Love.
But at the time, it was the most sex appeal I felt like I had ever had because the audience, it's like this acting 2 final. And like the crowd comes and it's like a rock concert and everybody, it's a surprise who you are.
Just going nuts.
So they don't know who you are until you come out on stage and your song starts and like you start doing your performance. And like, you know, the people are moshing and like people are like reaching and trying to hold your hand and
that's fun.
it was
That's
like
so cool.
at the moment it was the coolest I had ever felt in my life. And I was like,
it's a fun feeling. Yeah.
I was legitimately Adam Levine for 3.5 minutes. You know how theater people are.
Yeah.
I was Adam Levine for like 3.5 minutes.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
There was a play that I did here the first couple months that my friends wrote. It was about like the uncomfortable interactions in middle school, and I was like this jock character that had a growth spurt overnight. So I was just way bigger than everybody. I had really small clothes, and I like in a scene I saved somebody from getting hit with a dodgeball, and I was like, "Watch out!" and like put my hand out, but it was nowhere near her face, so I just moved it up toward her face. This like the biggest laugh I've ever heard from like 100 people in a small room. Just booming. I'm like, I swear it was gonna hit you. I swear it was. And everybody was going nuts. It was a great feeling.
That's cool. Like, you went to DePaul. You gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm not head out.
We like we said, Jack's gonna ruin the party.
Ruin the party.
No, he has to go do an
I
audition.
I have to go sing "Wake Me Up When September Ends."
Yeah.
All by myself in front of a tripod.
Well, you heard it here
to see
first. Jack's gonna be famous before we are for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
And then my appendix is gonna burst right as like I'm getting somewhere, and it'll probably be in like a hotel.
No, don't say that. You're gonna have a prosperous career.
Are you really scared of your appendix bursting?
Yeah, and that's because of my parents. Because my parents have always been like, like when your father and I were both 22, like both our appendix burst like while we were in college. So like, what you're telling me is it should happen any minute.
Right, it's coming.
And like
My time is coming.
Exactly. It's like great. Well, I'll manifest
Oh my
that by
gosh.
doing this TV show where my appendix is bursting.
Right.
And what if it bursts on this podcast?
Like right before you go.
It'd be an insane moment.
The appendix episode.
We'd probably get a lot of views, honestly. So
I'd be screaming a lot. I mean, I would also like
We would find a way to get you help, obviously.
Yeah.
We'd call
also
a midwife or
you
something.
can let me sit there for a minute.
honestly, maybe we'll cut this out. Maybe we won't. I don't know.
This is fun.
By my appendix.
This is you leaving. Like leave it in the hole.
It's okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Oh, I just want to say thanks for coming by.
Yeah,
It was super
thanks
fun
for-
having
we
you
appreciate
and talking.
having you. We've talked about doing a guest every 10, and we're very lucky that.
Yeah, we talked about this at New Year's and the staff party.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Every time we were way too fucked up.
Yeah. I spilled some champagne on you like twice.
Oh no.
Yeah, that sounds about
really
right.
Did.
But yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. We definitely would love to have you back too.
I have a more clear schedule.
Oh, it's all good.
Like it's always before I go home that everything starts getting really stressful. We're also trying to get a roommate to fill our room.
Right.
Oh, that's subleasing and all that stuff. Then you got to figure that out. Yeah.
It's nuts.
But no worries. Yeah, thanks for taking your time and stopping by for a bit.
Yeah, this was great. This was
Definitely.
great.
Yeah, blame Jack for being late.
Yeah,
So-
the trains. It's the goddamn
It's the
CTA.
goddamn trains.
It's always the trains.
It's always
man.
the trains out there. It's too.
It's not. Yeah. Even the conductors are cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'll walk you out.
Yeah, I'll keep
I'll be
the podcast
back.
busy.
Keep it real. This was so much fun.
Say
Definitely.
goodbye,
I'll
Jack.
see you later.
Goodbye, you guys.
All right. We have tons of fans that are watching live in the moment right now. Truly exciting. Yes, he did have to scoot, but we still have more things to talk about. We still have the article to talk about here, people. We got to talk about the article, and that is what isn't news. Okay, Trevor's back in the room.
Guess who's back?
Back again. Trevor's back. And someone tell a friend.
The boys are back.
So we didn't talk about...
The boys are back.
We didn't talk about West that much.
No, we didn't. I was going to bring it back because I wanted to say, hey, Jack Lancaster, you look like you could live in Silicon Valley, you know?
He really does. He has that vibe.
Silicon
Valley?
Which one? It's Silicon.
It's Silicon.
Right?
Yeah, I think it's Silicon.
Like Comic Con?
Yeah, in a way. Or Silicon.
Or Silicon.
There's no other ways. I'm sitting like in between two chairs right now. All right.
My hair feels weird today.
I don't even think we have to cut that out. That's fine.
It's truly We'll talk through the editing process right now.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into the article. I'd agree. Hey, if you're watching this and you hated us leaving that in, because
who cares?
We're only at 45 minutes,
here's what
honestly.
You do. There's a 15 or 30 second thing. You just go boop, boop, and you hit it once or twice, and then you're back to the podcast. You know what I mean?
That's true, yeah. If you really get bored. Otherwise, it's fun. It's action. It brings character. You know?
It brings something
Where else? Hey, what other podcasts do you get where people leave in the middle of them?
You know, honestly, it's happened a couple of times on major podcasts.
The fighter and
like, I gotta run. Yeah, right. That's
or they show up late, you know, like
Yeah.
they start it and then they make fun of them as they show up late. That's my favorite
late.
shit.
Yeah, Joe Rogan also does it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
have you watched the RDJ one yet?
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really good. And I like the way they're able to just hold this conversation. I'm sure it had to be run through his PR team and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it took a couple of days to get out. But, you know, he seemed like a very insightful guy and was like willing to answer questions. Like he didn't seem, I guess, like phased by certain questions at all.
Everything I've heard about Robert Downey Jr. now is that he's like, he just likes taking care of it. Like he did lunches on the sets of Avengers. He started this initiative for
technology and bettering the earth, right? And that's
he's actually Tony Stark now.
Like, yeah, I love that, and I feel like he truly is taking on the philanthropy role, or being just very hospitable to the cast members and stuff, like catering lunch like that. That's a Keanu Reeves type move, you know? It's super nice.
Like he'd invite people to his tent and like have lunches.
That's cool. Yeah.
There's like all these videos and pictures of him like eating in costume and stuff like that. It's dope.
Just in the Iron Man suit, crunching a bowl of chili. That's pretty interesting.
What a good dude. I hope. He seems like a good guy, you know.
I know you always have that distinction.
I
think about that from time to time. Like I wonder if Adam Driver's a cool guy to talk to, you know? I don't know. It seems like something that I always used to ask my dad as if he knew the answer. I'm like, hey, Dad, is Kobe Bryant, does he seem like a fun guy? My dad's like, I don't know. I've never met Kobe. I have no idea.
At the same time, I know that no matter what, no matter how old I am, if I ever get to a point where I'm working with people of that level, I will be starstruck. There's no way I'll be like, hey, what's up? Hey, Adam, how's it going, man?
Right. I couldn't just
at least not the first time. Obviously, I'd probably hopefully ease into it.
But it all depends on how they would take it, too. And if, like, you were also a respectable actor, they probably would be flattered.
Yeah.
Versus just like, oh, my God. Like, you're just fanboying for 10, 15 minutes. They'll be like, all right, quiet down now.
Like, my heart gets racing just at the thought of, like, having an encounter with somebody that I've been into for a little while. You know, like a girl that I've been into for a little while. The thought of talking to somebody that I've idolized and looked up to for years is just...
Imagine, you're at a coffee shop and then Ryan Gosling walks in.
Dude, I'd shit my pants,
my
honestly.
My heart would skip many beats and I'd probably shit as well. Because it's, how do you like,
honestly,
start that conversation?
I might watch The Nice Guys today.
It's a good movie, man.
It's a good movie.
Are you working tonight?
I'm on call right now.
Oh, so you're not working tonight.
Fingers
on
crossed.
call is 100%.
There's 4 people on call right now.
Because there's no theaters that are in business. Yeah. There's actually, I'm pretty sure it's just a really slow season. But yeah.
I have to remember to tell Kellyanne the dates I need off. We're just going full stream of consciousness today, baby.
It is what it is. Who cares?
Hey.
That happens from time to time. I mean, what can we tie in as far as the Western... the West word.
We can talk about basketball now.
The NBA Western
Conference.
gone.
Just kidding.
No, he was super sweet. But yes. Let's go back.
They did that thought at the same time. Lovely. Super sweet.
Yeah, we just insult him. Love the guy. Love him to death.
But, you know.
But, no, I'm kidding. Long story short, he is a fun person. Look at I'm holding his chair as if he's still here with us.
This coffee tastes weird.
It's a weird cold coffee, you know. But I enjoy it. Thank you for always making 10 to 12 cups a day.
Of course, anything for you.
Let's talk about the Western Conference, though.
Okay, who do you think? You think the Lakers are gonna win?
Yeah. Good talk. It was.
I've heard rumors that the Lakers are trying to get Devin Booker.
Come on.
For Kuzma.
That would be a stupid move on Phoenix.
It'd be so dumb.
Phoenix,
but can you imagine that team?
They'd be broken.
Can you imagine that team?
That team would be disgusting, man. Wait, how is that even going to work?
I don't know, but that'd be the best team he'd ever been on.
Draft picks and
oh yeah, I want to be straight up 1-for-1 because Kuzma's contract's pretty small.
You might have to throw in Avery Bradley or something too. You might need to give a perimeter defender for him, and then you get a different 3-and-D guy, or Caruso plays more minutes. But then you have Devin Booker.
But if you're the Suns, do you go straight back to tanking and rebuilding? That feels
That's not
bad.
a tank, man. Rubio is a baller.
Yeah, but they don't have anybody on their team. They're still losing games, and Booker is a god.
They showed signs of being really cool in the first part of the season.
Yeah,
and
now
then Booker can't do it all by himself.
Right, he needs
but
help.
he has decent playmakers.
Well, I thought Karl Anthony Towns was going to go there for a little while.
To go from Minnesota to Phoenix. You go from a market that's like kind of good to a market that's also just kind of good.
Yeah, but you have Devin Booker, and they're really good friends. They're both Kentucky dudes.
Man, that would have been a cool combo. Because DeAndre Ayton just isn't the guy. I don't think he's the guy right now.
Not yet.
He's not playing that well. But then Dario Saric was supposed to be great, and he's had a really crappy year too.
Yeah. The thing is, you never know because people can be like Joel Embiid.
Have a couple of years where they're just okay.
They're okay, and then they're suddenly a superstar in the league. You know,
what a shocking move there, and that's East. So Ben Simmons, he has a play style that's like, it's very different. That I don't know if it complements Embiid. And that's
there were rumors for a hot second that the Warriors were going to try to trade for Ben Simmons
and give away D'Angelo Russell or something.
Yeah, for probably D'Lo.
I don't think that would even fit the Warriors.
I do. I think the Warriors would be insane again.
But would you turn Ben Simmons into a 2 guard? No, you'd turn him into a 3.
He'd essentially be a second Draymond Green.
That wouldn't be bad though. I mean, honestly,
can you imagine that team? You Steph, Curry, Klay Thompson. Then Draymond's shooting well, and then
he's not the greatest shooter, but he is a great defender, a great court general. He sees the court really well.
He can shoot the 3 though. He spaces a little bit. Ben Simmons isn't spacing, but Ben Simmons is such a good player inside the arc that if you have 2 of the best shooters, not just right now in the league, but in the history of the NBA, he's gonna be so good. Because that's his problem now is that. One of the main focuses of his team is Joel Embiid, who needs it inside.
Right, but he can also spread the floor pretty well too. He does take a lot of 3-pointers, but the major parts of his game are in the paint. But do imagine that.
But they don't have Redick
Steph Curry at the 1, Klay at the 2, Ben Simmons at the 3, but is able to still pass and rebound and get into the paint more.
Right.
Draymond at the 4, and then you could put anybody at the 5, and they would still be a nuts team.
I want Willie Cauley-Stein to have a good career.
I do too. And I feel like he does kind of fit in with the Warriors.
Yeah. They have some interesting people right now. Jordan Poole.
Eric Pascal, who's a rookie.
Yeah,
for them
he's been playing really well.
He's balling out, yeah. D'Lo is still on their team.
He's going to get...
He's going somewhere else.
Part of me is wondering if they're wanting to see just like what their team looks like with him, Steph, and Klay on the floor.
It just wouldn't work. He would have to. He'd have to play the. He'd be a 6th man that would just come out and ball and get like 25 points a game.
Right.
But he would play like Lou Williams minutes, like play more than some of the starters.
Right. I just don't know. It could be interesting because you never know. Like, there are teams where you think the chemistry is going to be better than it turns out to be. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know. People thought the Rockets this year were going to be hit or miss, and they're good, but they're not
going anywhere. It's
not like they're much better than they have been.
I think Russell Westbrook is similar to Kyrie Irving in the way that they do more harm to some teams than good because they're either stat chasing, they need the ball a certain amount of times, it gets to be egotistical, and that's when it gets you don't want your team to win, but you want to have great stats.
Right.
And it's like the Carmelo Anthony thing. You're trying to ball out. Carmelo had a change of heart when his return to the league, but he's on a team that doesn't have all the pieces together.
I feel like the thing with Kyrie and
Russ?
maybe Russ is that they just don't know how to be leaders yet. Like, they're still pretty young.
Russ has been in the league for a lot longer than Kyrie.
Yeah.
Maybe not a lot longer,
like
but he's been in the league for a while.
Is he 30 yet?
Russ is close to. He's been in the league for 12 years. I think.
Really?
Yeah, he was with Durant back when they ran in the Thunder with
Durant's
James
been
Harden.
in the league for 12 years?
Close to it, man. They've had long careers.
Damn, holy cow.
LeBron's played 15 seasons, man.
I know.
So then I think about that.
But he got drafted in 03.
I think about that relative to KD's season. He's played just close to just as much, maybe 9 or 10 if I'm being, modest.
He was drafted. Russell Westbrook was drafted in 08.
The same time right around the same time KD was starting to get good. Imagine the Thunder if they had these three pieces still: Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Kevin Durant.
I don't know if it would have worked, though.
No, because James Harden's become the absolute stud of a scorer that he is now, and he wouldn't have been able to do it with
Durant,
with people like Durant and Westbrook.
Yeah.
But
wow.
Individual seasons-wise, Westbrook's had some historic seasons averaging triple-doubles and stuff, but then you have that regularly happening now with Luka Doncic in the league, which they're a fun team in the West.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Very fun. The Heat they're in the East, obviously in the East, but they've been fun this year.
Oh, they're exciting to watch. And I think it's all because of the coaching, man. It's the coaching and recruiting.
Yeah.
The rookies, how can you draft so well?
Pat Riley's
man.
always been good, and
Spoelstra.
Eric Spoelstra's always been great.
I used to think like LeBron was coaching that team when he was in Miami, but
he had influence, but not nearly as much as he did in Cleveland or in.
He was coaching Tyronn Lue in Cleveland.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Dwayne Wade was my favorite basketball player, so I really lucked out.
That's a good choice.
I really lucked out when LeBron went to the Heat.
Even when he wasn't, and it was Dwayne Wade and Shaq. That was so much fun. Man.
But people were like, "Oh, you're a bandwagon" when LeBron left, and I was like, "No, dude, I love Dwayne Wade."
Yeah, he was always a cold-blooded shooter that was always underrated too. I always thought he had really good seasons. Jimmy Butler does fill that role, I think, pretty well, of like not only a facilitator but a scorer and kind of a leader. While he's got these young guys,
a
like
little grittier
Kendrick
too.
Nunn.
Dwayne Wade was never like Chris Paul level defender, I don't think, but
fair.
But who's going off right now? Chris Paul is.
I love watching the Thunder too.
Popping off.
He's having like just this revival type season with another second-year player that's. Going to be the most improved, hopefully.
It's not going to happen, but I want him to get traded to the Bucks and get a championship.
Wow. Imagine that.
If you trade out, Eric Bledsoe for...
yeah.
Eric Bledsoe or...
Bledsoe's not he's not a bad point guard, but you'd have to give away a good piece because the Thunder have it going on right now.
Yeah.
And I think they're like, Chris Paul is our piece right now. We can't get rid of him, even though Giannis is all alone. And he's still balling out from Milwaukee.
Dude, Giannis is so good.
He's scary good.
He's so good.
He's taking advantage of the league right now.
Honestly, I don't think he's peaked yet.
No, because he's been in the league for 5
years. He's
what,
like 22? 23?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Because he came into the league when he was 18. Or 17, I think.
Yeah, it's completely terrifying to see that he could average like 42 and 16.
Dude, he's so...
Because he has games where it's like a regular game for him is like 37 and 15.
He's 25.
Okay.
Which is still
he's reaching
nuts.
his peak now.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see
Maybe. I mean, LeBron didn't peak until probably,
28, 29?
Yeah.
And then he's kind of still riding that high.
And LeBron's still nuts. I think Giannis will probably have,
less of a shelf life than
No,
LeBron?
I think he'll probably have a shelf life similar to LeBron.
Do you think he could chase LeBron's stats as far as scoring goes? If he
I'd have to see his
like
stats right now compared to LeBron's stats.
Fair. I think
this point.
As soon as Bron got into the league, he was scoring close to 20 points a game.
Yeah.
His rookie year at 18, the dude was putting up like 18 points a game.
Giannis has always been good. I don't think his first season was anything to write home about, but
he was just okay. They were like, wow, he's really showing signs of he could be good in the future. I think he was averaging like 12 points and 7 rebounds his rookie year.
He's averaging 30 points and 12.9 rebounds a game.
That's Shaq statistics.
And 5.6 assists.
Shaq statistics.
And he shoots the 3, dude. Yeah. Hey, this has turned into a basketball podcast.
I don't care. I love talking about this.
Oh
actually.
my god, man.
But in reality, he is putting up like Shaquille O'Neal type numbers.
Over his career, he's averaged 28. Oh wait, that's 3-point percentage. He's averaged 8.6 rebounds, 4.3 assists, only 19.7 points over his career.
So it's just been in a couple recent years.
He's really stepped up as a scorer the last several years. He's always been a really good defensive and like assist person.
What was his first year stats? Because I feel like those stats will definitely rise too as he keeps having great
2013-14, he only averaged 6.8 points per game.
Wow. Okay, I thought he was averaging more than that. So then they're like, okay, he's a young kid.
But he was only taking 5.4 shots.
Right. I don't think he got a lot of minutes, honestly, because he was so young.
Yeah, he only had 23 games started, averaged 24 minutes. But he was still putting up 4 rebounds, 2 assists.
People were having were having their doubts about him, though, early. I mean, they did say he had a lot of potential, but they were like, we don't know.
Then his second year, he went up to 12, 16 the next year, and then his fourth year, it was 22. 26, 27, and now 30 this year.
Okay, so he's just even better than he was. He could just continue this reign of dominance. And
compared to LeBron, better. Let's go to LeBron.
He's had the most steady statistics of anybody. LeBron James.
LeBron James. How about the Celtics, though? Kemba Walker looks good.
I love, man. Yeah, I think a lot of Celtics fans are happy with the straight-up trade from Kyrie to Kemba.
Oh, absolutely. He's been so much better for chemistry.
He's a really fun... Dude, he's like a fun guy to play with.
Holy shit. These are LeBron's stats. First year in the league. 21 points per game, 6 assists, 5.5 rebounds. A steal and a half, and a block.
Oh, my God.
Second year in the league, 27 points per game, 7 assists, 7.5 rebounds. Third year in the league, 31 points per game.
Insanity.
27, 30, 28, 29, 26, 27, 26.
I'm telling you, it's just been consistent every year since he was 18 years old.
Last year was his lowest.
But he was injured.
Oh, no, this year is his lowest right now. But it's 25.2 points per game.
Look at the assist numbers and how they've raised, though. He's adjusting his game.
That's true. He's averaging 11 assists per game now.
He's adjusting his game to averaging a double-double. And he's going to,
and still averaging 7 to 8 rebounds. 7 to 9 rebounds.
If this dude is 40 years old and still gets 18 points but averages 11 assists, he's still so impactful to any team.
God,
may not be able to lead them, but he's setting it up so where AD is that guy.
I really want him to play with his son. Just one game in the NBA.
I think he wants to do that too.
Yeah.
I think he wants to be 42, 43 years old and then have Bronny get drafted by the Lakers.
Right.
Oh my God, that'd be so cool. And then you just have this LeBron.
What if you're the team in front of the Lakers and you snake them?
No.
And then make them trade. You hold them up in the trade. You want LeBron's son? Hey,
you want
Bronny?
Yeah. You have to give us everybody else in your team.
Yeah, give me Anthony Davis, give me Devin Booker, give me.
They're like, we'll do it. We just need LeBron to play with this kid.
And then they just play 2-on-5 the whole season and win the championship.
It's possible. It's genuinely
Let's make the
possible.
movie.
Yeah.
We'll write it.
Better than Space Jam 2.
Dude, have you watched any Duplass Brothers movies? Like Mark Duplass, the guy from the
I've heard of their movies, and I know that they make movies.
They're so good.
Check them out.
I watched Adult Beginners 2 days ago.
Is it a sports-based movie?
No, it's Nick Kroll plays this guy who's founded this big tech company.
How have I not seen it?
I love Nick Kroll. It came out in 2014.
I love it.
And it plummets, loses his job, loses everyone a ton of money, goes back home to live with his sister, who's Rose Byrne, and actually signs on to be the nanny of her son.
Gotcha.
And the husband is Bobby Cannavale, who is brilliant. I love Bobby Cannavale.
I haven't heard of him, but
have you seen the Annie movie, the Black Annie movie?
I have not. No.
Have you seen?
I could look him up. I've probably seen him. Cannavale.
Cannavale.
Yeah, I think I really low key love Paul
He's
Scheer.
so good.
I don't know if
Yeah,
he was in
Paul
that
Scheer's
movie
great.
too.
But their movies are so good. Have you seen Skeleton Twins?
The Bill Hader movie.
Yeah.
I've heard of it. Again,
They're very similar to that. I think Paddleton's another one. The one that had
dark comedy.
Was it Ray Romano and Mark Duplass? I think. But it's like very like, oh, so funny. Like crying, laughing at some moments. And then it really hits you with some real shit. And you're like, wow.
Yeah, it's comedic and then it just gets real serious.
Oh my God. I'd watch that movie again. Holy. I needed a little bit of a break from The Irishman. So I watched it and then went back to The Irishman. We should probably talk about this article.
Let's do it. I'm in.
It's getting long. We talked about basketball for 20 minutes after.
Wow. Okay, so it's already like an hour
15,
and 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's an hour and 5 right now.
Oh, let's talk about this article here.
So this is an article. This actually came from a friend of mine from Writers Theater, a friend that I work with. Her name's Hannah.
Thanks, Hannah,
yeah,
for
so
giving
thank
us
you,
a fun
Hannah.
article.
If you're watching this, I'll tell you about this at work, and you can.
We can figure it out.
It was a post on Facebook that she shared with me or commented my name and said that's not news under. So
that's great.
And then she reminded me of this the other day. So this is back from December 22nd. So it's a little old, but it's a Refinery 29 post. First of all, Refinery 29 has a 2 out of 5 star review on their Facebook page, just so we know.
Yeah, so they're not a credible news source whatsoever.
Yeah, and they do, I don't want to say they're a news source entirely.
No, probably
people
not.
get information from them. They get celebrity information from them, but it's not like you're going
hot
there
gossip.
for...
It's not like, oh my God, the president... You're not getting news on President Trump and Refinery.
Like, if I go to their main page, what's it look like?
It's probably tabloid stuff.
Today on R29. Yeah, it's more of like a magazine kind of vibe. Except they do have, like, Tulsi Gabbard is suing Hillary Clinton for $50 million. So, there's stuff like that. Anyway, interesting. I clearly don't go on Refinery 29 very often.
But we are here
Anyway,
now.
we have this article, and it says, Timothy Chalamet wore women's wear on the Little Women press tour, and no one noticed.
And the picture, I will say, his jawline is entirely immaculate.
Dude...
It just might be the shadows.
No, he has such a good jawline. It's not fair.
Good jawline, great bone structure. He looks like he will have the career of Johnny Depp with these clothing. With this
He's
clothing.
my new inspiration. Anytime I want to eat junk food, I'm just going to look at that jawline and be like, nope. Can't have the donut today.
Yeah, that should be the screensaver. I know you have Jude Law on there now, but we got to change it to
Timothy
Chalamet's jawline. So
T-Shells.
whenever you're thinking about having a couple of donuts, you're like, you know what? Put it down.
Damn. Yeah, he's got a good jawline. Fuck.
I think he needs to eat a cheeseburger though. This poor guy. He looks so.
Nah, honestly, if
so
I look
skinny.
like that, I love my life.
He's a
That's
fighter.
terrible to say. But
you should love your life now. You're beautiful. Will you shut
give
up?
me 3 months and I'll love my life more.
No, you love your life right now.
I love
Okay,
my life.
I will hold you hostage.
Thank you. Anyway, I don't think this is news.
This dude
First
is
of
what,
all,
5'6" and 140? You don't want that body.
Is he 5'6"?
He's probably a tiny guy.
Give me 5'9" and 140.
5'9", 140.
No, my target weight's 165.
That is absolutely achievable. I'm a thick 180 right
pounds.
now. What's that?
It's 30 pounds.
You can do that.
Oh, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
Thanks for the motivation.
You know what? I could start cooking you vegan chili every day if you want me to. I can meal prep for you.
It's probably better than going back to granola bars and vitamins.
Jeez, you gotta have some more.
I had my mom's home cooking for a while, but now I don't have that in the fridge anymore.
Darn. But anyway, let's get to the article.
Yeah, anyway.
We're just talking about how beautiful his jawline is.
We didn't talk about this. I don't think, first of all...
Why is it news that he's wearing women's wear?
Yeah.
Who the hell cares?
Granted, I don't think this article is being negative towards this, which, if it was, would be a problem. Mm-hmm.
It's just saying nobody noticed that.
It's just saying, like, hey, here's this. I think it's really cool that he dresses this way. I think it's really cool that Harry Styles, like, has his style.
Right.
Honestly, we were talking about this, if I was famous, I would dress like that for sure. Yeah. I think that's such a cool, like, people that go to award shows, why wear this basic stuff?
It's
it's
part of who you are.
I know, like, it's tradition to wear a tux
suit
or something,
yeah.
Or if you get invited to what's the crazy gala?
The Met
Gala.
The Met Gala.
Yeah. If you get invited to that, there are people like the guys. Most guys don't dress up for that, and then the guys that do, like Harry Styles did, like
it's like it truly makes a statement and it stands out. Yeah. It kind of shows your confidence in a way. It's fun, but who knows if he's on the come up and he had an agent or a manager that's like, you shouldn't wear that. I don't know if you're not at that level yet where you can wear that. I don't know who could have been in his ear saying stuff like that. Now he's a huge star, so he's able to do that. Do you think that like certain levels of fame dictate how you can dress at these events? Or do you think that even if you're like a D or C-list actor, you could just be like, I want to wear whatever the fuck I want?
I think it certainly impacts you, because you see people like Miley Cyrus who go through a severe change and it changes her public perception and her image. And then she said after a while it felt like she had to fulfill a stereotype of what she had become.
Or what people wanted her to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think certainly at the same time,
be who you want to be.
Be who you are. I think we are moving towards a place where people can dress in more fluid clothing,
Yeah. I mean...
First of all, nothing about this outfit...
It doesn't scream feminist to me, or like feminine at all. Yeah, I don't...
Interestingly enough, one of my friends posted those... Like these outfits are so dope.
Right, I feel like I would find something...
If I had money, I'd wear so much.
The type of person that would dress pretty basic, but I would have bright colors. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not all about insane layers or very, very patterned clothing, but I don't think that makes me, like, basic dressing. I like wearing colorful stuff. Like, if I have, like, blue joggers on right now, I have my Timbs on, so I guess the Timbs are flashy or they pop, which I didn't know that they did.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Makes it part of my outfit.
Yeah. God, yeah, he's got some cool outfits.
Oh, there's more on here?
Oh, it's a slideshow.
What?
Yeah, there's some good ones. There's a lot of good ones.
What?
I was saying something, I forget. I got too caught up in these outfits.
It's a whole emotion, the way he dresses. Mm-hmm. Truly is, like, very different stuff.
It's just free and fun. And I was saying, one of my friends took, those quizzes where you can, like, find out about yourself. There's one going around now that's,
look, he painted.
Yeah, that's so cool, right?
He's a little painter.
It's a little jumpsuit. Oh, so dope.
That one was going around.
There's one where you can answer questions and it tells you which Democratic nominee or candidate you agree most with.
Yeah. Okay. And it was like a lot of people had Bernie, and they were
turns
like,
out
wow!
I agree with Elizabeth Warren on 19 out of 20 issues.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Are you?
Bernie
now,
was 13 out of 20. I think.
You're a Warrener. What's her
I'm
slogan?
Cool with whoever the Democratic nominee is, frankly. But I hope it's one of them.
Yeah. Now I'm looking through his slideshow.
Anyway,
I got lost in this.
Yeah. Right. Anyways, they one of my friends used one that was like your percentage masculine versus feminine traits. Mm-hmm. And I was a higher percentage feminine, which was not surprising to me.
I feel like I possess some too, to be honest. Even though I look masculine,
I think that's something that I've come to understand in my life.
But do you think creative guys are more in touch with their feminine side, or
not inherently?
Is that
I think it has
just
to
reaching?
I think that is a stereotype or like a myth.
I was just more curious about it than trying to...
Right, I'm saying like that's an idea because that's like a feeling,
right.
Like you make fun of theater... you make fun of theater kids in school because,
Because of that. They're not doing sports, they'd rather do drama, but...
I think it's more just who you are as a person. Like I just naturally am just... I don't know exactly... Like it didn't show me exactly which traits meant what, But I would say I definitely am a little bit more like... Especially stereotypically, like emotional and sensitive and like some of those kinds of things.
I'm on that same wavelength, my friend.
Which is terrible. I don't want that to be the only feminine trait. I'm sure not the only one that I
I'm interested in taking the test as well to see.
I'll have to find it.
Yeah, but you ready to tie this bad boy up?
Yeah, I forgot about time.
We ranted about Timothy Shell's
It's
jawline.
It's not the longest one we've done recently, but we forgot to plug ourselves earlier. But you know, if you made it to this point, first of all, you made it through a lot. We went on a journey. Had somebody leave in the middle. You know, had some fun, talked about basketball.
Yeah,
had a good time. This is a mug with a candle in it. Surprise.
Yeah, it's not just a really cool drink. There's a glow coming from that.
But if you've made it to this point, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We appreciate the support. Episode 20. We're almost 6 months in.
That's pretty great.
I think next week is 6 months, or maybe this week is 6 months. Something like that.
And I was looking the other day. Our first sketch post was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So
and we've gotten 10 sketches up.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I'm proud of us. We get like 11 views per, but I got a compliment from a friend yesterday on our most recent video that I'll have to tell you about after. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like some of the. If you haven't seen Resolutions, go check it out.
I'm a fan. I'm genuinely a fan of it.
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
It's a bit longer, but go check out our YouTube, Jack and Trevor. We're trying to surpass the other Jack and Trevor. We're almost to 25 subs.
We're at 27 now.
Are we at 27?
I checked
Damn.
earlier today. Yay,
nice.
We're growing.
Hell yeah.
But I also want to say thanks to Jack Lancaster. You can catch him on social media. I think Jacko Lancaster or something like that. It's his Instagram. I'll plug his Insta. Unsolicited. Sorry, Jack.
Go watch his Chicago Med episode.
He literally premiered on an episode and had a speaking role, which I think is
a prominent role in the episode.
You've made it, if that's the case.
Yeah, he's like the patient they work on.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, it's cool.
And he's a very humble guy about it. So
dope guy. Thanks for coming. Thanks for having.
Yeah,
if you're watching right now, I don't know if he's watching.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for listening. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram. Instagram, we're probably going to be more active for a while. Mm-hmm. You can check us out on our individual Twitters. Go and find us.
I like doing individual Twitters and plugging our content on our individual stuff too. It's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Our Facebook.
That's where you can catch us on all this stuff.
That's where we'll be. So until next time, I've been Trevor.
And I've been Jack.
We lost to Jack on the way. But this has been That's Not News. And we will catch you guys next time.